Hello everyone, we're going to be doing another Greg's Guide today, this time on the new hero, Roger, which is the stupidest name of all names. A bit different today because I'm going to be going over some of his abilities because he's a relatively new hero and not many people will know exactly what he does. So we'll jump into the replay. It is a bit of a one-sided stomp for me, so it'll make it easy to go over some of his abilities and what's happening in game. Let's turn the sound up a little. So as we roll in, I'll tell you some of his abilities. So in human form, he's got two different forms. His first ability would be full bore, which shoots out a little crappy net, and then a damage dealing blast after it. Does good damage, especially early game, and even late game actually. It does pretty decent damage throughout the game. But it's pretty slow. It's not very wide. Doesn't go through minions, so it's good for poke, but not very good for lane presence. His second ability in human form is called Hunter's Steps. Increases his movement speed, makes attacks, or his basic attacks in the form while he's using it will increase the effect. So he gets movement speed for longer. It's insane mobility. It's pretty damn good, to be honest. It's probably the main reason why you go in human form. And then his ult while in human form transforms him into the wolf. It does a bit of damage. Apparently it does a slow, like a really big slow, 90% slow, and gives him a bunch of armor and movement speed while he rolls in. Pretty good. It's what you want. Transform into a wolf. You can see me using it just as I say it. And his passive in human form is pretty much the best part of his kit, which slows enemies by basic attacks. It makes him really good for chasing down enemies as well as running away. You shoot him and then you should run off. And onto his wolf form. His first ability in wolf form is called Like and Pounce. At least his ability's name's got some decent names rather than just Roger's attacks. Yeah, in wolf form, this is like the best part of probably the best part of his whole kit, human and Lycan aside, which is his first ability for his wolf form, because he jumps to a target. It's pretty good range. It does 300 physical damage at level 1, so not bad damage, but hits 3 people, so it's 900 damage if you get all 3 people. But the best part of it is you can't be selected, so much like Chow's ult, you can't be targeted while using it. Makes it pretty damn strong because you can dodge things while in it, like Cyclops' ult, and I think pretty much most of the abilities in the game. He does a crap ton. He does way more damage than it sounds. Absolutely way more damage, and getting kills reduces its cooldown by like 80%. So yeah, the best part of his kit in my opinion. The second part in wolf form. I'm just going to say this now, wolf form's a lot better than human form. I'm not saying human form's rubbish, but wolf form's pretty damn strong. And I use it mostly throughout the game, if I can. Apart from when you want to get around the map or run away. So, second ability in wolf form is Bloodthirsty Howl. Gives him a bunch of attack speed. Same as his human form, attacking a person will increase the duration. But the good thing to use this is if they're below 40% HP, you get a crap ton of movement speed. You get 50% movement speed, which is a bit ridiculous. So if someone's low, you can wolf howl and then just chase them down, pretty much guaranteed kill. Or if they're low, you can wolf howl and then leg it, which is pretty reliable as well, to be honest. And his ult is change back to human form, wolf transformation, and restore human form. So it's restore human form. He does a little roll. Apparently he gets a little shield, it's not really noticeable. And transforming to human form will improve your defense, apparently. Well, the 200 shield I suppose is what it counts. It's just good for running away. So you do the roll into the movement speed boost and you can escape pretty quick or chase people down. So that's his abilities. Now I'll go over what I build. You can see on the screen I've kept up the little overlay thing so you can see what I'm building. Obviously I start with the jungle item. Then I like to go into, let me just look it up, it's Scarlet Phantom. I'm going to use the older names for this because a lot of the things have been changed. Close this down as I say it. So Scarlet Phantom into Rapid Boots, because Rapid Boots are ridiculous. You can chase anyone in the game or run away like a little bitch. And then you get the, what they're called now, Has Claws, the lifesteal. It means you pick up that item, you can pretty much solo turtle very early, and you can also solo Lord like 10 minutes, especially if you're doing well. And then after that I pick up the, what are they called now? It's the crit item. It's called Berserker's Fury, used to be Blade of Destruction. It's just for the bonus crit damage. It means you hit pretty hard, and for the crit strike. That's pretty much a standard build for most Rogers, I believe. But then I like to pick up what used to be called Fallen Sword, not a clue what it's called now. But Fallen Sword because it does percent damage, and you're hitting really quick once you pop the howl. So basically you pop that, and then all of a sudden you're critting, doing percent HP, you're melting people. It's pretty damn effective. And then as a last item I like to pick up defense things such as the Brute Force Breastplate, increases your movement speed as well if you hit people. Good for chasing again, as well as giving the bit of sustain. So yeah, that's pretty much the build, our go, and his abilities. Now we can focus more on the game and what's going on. I'm already up quite a few kills by the looks of it. So I have a Butchers. I am 3 of 3 already. Finished my Scarlet Phantom, begin the boots now. I would say about Roger at the moment, apart from his stupid name, he does seem to be a bit buggy. I don't know if this is just lock mode in general, but some things like after he comes unselectable, he seems to just run off and attack random things. But you can see using the little dash thing, picking up the kill. Well, Battleman picks up the kill, but it should be mine. They're all pretty much playing really defensive now. They're pretty far behind. Not much they can do. I'm already level 7 compared to most of their 5s or just hitting level 6s. But I think the best thing you want to do while playing Roger, I hate calling him Roger, Wolfman, is for one, shout Awooo when you get a kill, which puts fear into him. Or mostly just farm. He's an amazing, I think he's probably one of the better junglers next to like Karina. You go into wolf form, you use your howl, and then you can pretty much farm quick as crap and get like a really big level advantage on most people. You could even say go for the full jungle iron and farm like super quick, get like 2 or 3 levels ahead and just go around killing everyone. But he is like hybrid marksman as well, so it might affect him late game if you do that, being behind like 1 or 2 items. Unless you get super. I mean, you can see here now taking the little crab. It's pretty damn good because he does get. Oh, I forgot to mention part of the which part of it. He gets bonus damage. Yeah, he's passive, so he gets bonus damage. The lower in wolf form, the lower HP they've got. So as they get more dead, you make them more dead. It's pretty standard. And you can see like taking turtle, no real problem. Solo pretty easy. Let's have a look. And I've not even finished my Has Claws yet. That's just with basic low steals. Barely did any damage. Let's really focus on me. You can see change into wolf form, get ready for a fight. You see nothing, just go back to farming. And that's pretty much what I try and aim to do on most games, which is if you can't see a kill, you just keep farming because of how good his sustain in the jungle is, as well as his movement around the map. You can pretty much get anywhere, push objectives. This is why I think he's going to be pretty meta when he starts getting played in ranked more, because a lot of high elo games turn out to be, you know, pushing objectives rather than getting kills. And you can see here, look how much damage, it's ridiculous, the little dash did. And then you can get a kill on the tower pretty easily. Our team's stomping quite a bit now. I am now 4 and 7. I can tell you I'll get quite a few more kills. Failed the roll over the wall there, but you can see now the dash actually does completely teleport to an enemy. So if someone tries to get away using a dash or a flicker, you can use your first ability just as they do it and you'll follow him no matter what. Like Yun's ability, but way better, because it means you're on target as you go, so you can't be stopped while using it. I'm going to take the little crab again. It's always good to be picking up these crabs as soon as you... It's good to be getting crabs all the time, because it gives you the regen effect and there's a decent amount of gold. And you can see this is going to be... It looks like I'm dead. You've got 3 people coming top, including a support, a tank and a AD. But the little roll dodges all the abilities. Still looks bad, but you do the second roll and the movement speed up and you're free. I mean, he's pretty hard to... Unless you've got some form of really hard CC. Like, if she'd have hit me with a Raphael roll, I'd have been probably dead there. But I think if you've got no hard CC, just don't bother. With his rolls and his movement speed up, it's pretty insane the amount of escape he's got. There you go. You can see I can finish House Claws now. This is where you sort of get to your first power stoic. You can see Layla here, really low, 3 enemies, it doesn't matter, just teleport on in. There you go. Wolf form, doing the extra damage because they're low. It's pretty simple to pick up low health kills. So now I'm ridiculously ahead of everyone else. I'm level 10, 6, and 7. Their team, they're only got 1 level 10, which is the Hilda, which is doing the best. As you can see, you're not really in trouble against people like Hilda, even if they're quick, because you're going to be quicker than most people in the game, especially with the rapid boots. You become pretty much Sonic. I'm going to try look for some more farm. Everyone seems to be taking the blue and the buffs. I'd be careful about using that shot too much while jungling, because it does use a decent chunk of mana for no reason. But the howl and the movement speed buff don't really use much mana, so I tend to spam them more, especially while jungling, using the wolf howl as much as possible to be getting the benefit from it. I actually make a mistake here by jungling in human form, because jungling in wolf form is like 10 times quicker, mainly due to the bonus damage as well as the... There you go, another fight. I jump in the middle there, do a bunch of damage, can't really see my own health, so I'm like, oh crap, but you just run away. They've got, their team lacks good amount of hard CC, so it's pretty easy for me to get in there, get the kills and then get out. It's complete domination. Get the first skill off there to teleport to and pick up the kill. I don't know exactly if the damage pops off from when you press the button, or is it when you land the hit, because it seems like she was dead before I got there on the first ability there. You can see, using the speed up, get across the map real quick, pick up the turtle again. Probably a mistake by me again here, because it could have probably ended much earlier, but this is a matchup rather than ranked, because practice new hero, don't try and take a new hero into rank straight away, because if you suck with them, you're going to let your team down and you're going to look like a right dick. So you always want to practice at least 10 games. I'd say at least 10 games in matchup or custom, just to get a feel of the hero, know what his abilities do and like what situation he's best in. This is a problem I'm having with the lock on. I was way close to that blue, and I got targeting the closest first. I feel like I should have been targeting the blue rather than the minicam. So I don't know if they've changed how the targeting works, or it's just Roger, but it seems to be happening quite often. And now here you go, I'm quite fed. What am I? 709. Quickly pick up a kill on Layla. I believe I'm now trying solo Lord, because it's 12 minutes in the game. I have finished my third item, and now as you can see, Lord's no problem. You can probably even do this just after you get Has Claws, because I'm taking 0 damage from Lord. Only as long as you're missing the knockups, you take 0 damage. I do try and dodge the knockup with the first skill, but it seems like it just doesn't go off as quick. You can see the little animation tried to come out, but I got knocked up before it. So I don't know if it's like you have to do it a lot earlier or what. But either way, Lord took like what? What's that? An 1/8? Less than that? No, it's like an 11th or 12th or something % of damage. It's like nothing. So I'd definitely recommend if you're playing Roger and you're ahead, take an early Lord, and definitely be taking all the turtles you can, as well as the mini crabs, as you can see again. I think we probably could have ended there. We're just like messing about a bit, farming up. We're already ahead. It's usually what a lot of teams do. It's probably a mistake if you're playing ranked, but if you're playing matchup, you have a bit of fun. This is probably going to be a push to end with Lord. They're all converging for a fight. It's probably a mistake on their end because they're so far behind. Balman goes in, doing a crap ton of damage with his spin. I dash on that minion expertly, pick up the kill. The ult goes in from Yun. You can pretty much safely dive. Someone must have hit the enemy before me, because I wasn't taking damage from the tower. Using the human form to pop off rather than going under the tower. Transform back into Wolf, get that first ability off again, dive in the tower. And there you go, using the attack speed boost, takes down towers in seconds. It's pretty damn ridiculous. Here I am again looking for another first ability, the little pounce. Figure, can't really get anyone, they're all too far on the tower, so I'm just going to go for the end. I do try and chase off the Karina because I'm way stronger. She can't fight me. You can see at the end, like 2 hits pretty much took all the HP there. And there's a nice little bug. Apparently at the end of the game, even if you're in wolf form, you transform back into human and start running on the spot. It's a pretty dank jog. There we go, we can look at the score, 10 and 10. Starlight in Bauman pretty much wrecked the game as well. I think he did a lot of damage. He did 32% of damage on, I'd say half tank Bauman. I wouldn't recommend it to everyone, not in a ranked game, but in a matchup it's pretty legit, especially against an organised team who hasn't got stuns. It's pretty damn good. I only did 21%, but as you saw from that game, I was farming pretty hard. Obviously you can see I had 3 KO from the rest of my team, apart from the Bauman, apart from Starlight, but Starlight's a really good player as well. So that's pretty much all. Thanks for watching. That was the one. As you can see, there was another game here, replay save, which was a bit of a ridiculous coincidence. We was messing around in matchup playing all tanks. I'm going against another all tank. Anyway, that might be another video. See you all later. I hope you've enjoyed.